Shalom, family. Another grow update. There's some rearranging on this flood and drain table. And you can see I took away the dam. What happened was the dam was working. There's nothing wrong with the little river rock dam that I had set up on this side. But you know, when you have these tables, eventually you gotta do some maintenance. So eventually you're gonna have to clear all that stuff out and get all the salt and stuff that gets built up in the crevices. In here. Let's see if I can see. See like that. A lot of little salts and stuff like that get caked up in the crevices and block your water flow and all that. So it'll work if you want to do it like that. If you want to do it that way, it works. As you can see, it works. So, this is my last kind of like little modification. I done showed all kind of ways you can get away with hydroponics. Whether it be DWC or flood and drain or cracky or what have you. So forth. I done, gave you all kind of physical examples. So I think this right here is just best for what I'm doing for right now. Just a straight period flood and drain. You see I'm still using my cracky cups that I had. And at the bottom of these cups, got the little holes in there and sat in there until I get some more black pots, which I might go and get some in a little while. Some like these little quarter gallon containers. And I put them in containers and took them all out the rocks. The simple fact I wanted the roots to go down into the water, and I wanted to be able to flood this table a little higher. So you can see it's about 3 inches of water. It's about that 3-inch line. So that's what I wanted, to be able to flood this table. But if I kept doing that with the rocks in it, I wouldn't be able to flood the whole table. Flood the plants. So I got room to flood this whole table without rocks getting all stuck off in my thing here and whatnot. And I transplanted most all these plants in these little containers, and they seem to live just fine. So hey, try it out. The romaine lettuce. This ain't wrong. This butter crunch. My wife was like, "What's happened to my plant?" Ain't nothing happened to it. I sat there under this UV light, and I sat there and started, I don't know, getting some distinct qualities. It was good though. Some little distinct little qualities about it. So that's good. Big old head. I was having some issues when I first transplanted in the container with a little wilting, but that thing outgrowing the pot pretty much. Same here. It's starting to kick up. Remember, a lot of these I done cut already. I don't think I cut this one. I think this one's still brand new, basically. I think these might be. I don't think I ever cut this one either. These two are still on new rounds. I think I cut this one, but this already started a whole nother round. And this one right here, I've been letting this one go. This is the romaine lettuce, and I've been letting her go to flower. She's starting to produce some little seed pods up there. So eventually they'll start to flower and create some little seed pods. So I can get some romaine lettuce seeds from off this one plant right here. So I ain't gotta buy none. Once they give me seeds, then I'll put them in a Ziploc bag, and then I can plant me some more romaine lettuce from seed. Instead of cloning, from seed, from scratch. So she got seed coming up all over the place. let her sit in there until until she flower out and give me a bunch of seeds, and then I'm gonna chop it down. The leaves, I can still take the leaves off and eat it. Same with this one. I done cut her so many times. She's slowly coming back, but she might come back and start seeding too. She done ran her course. Same with this one. Starting to come back. This one starting to come back. A lot of these been ran their course already. She's still alive, kicking. I had to cut her, back a little bit so she can get some more new leaves going on. That's a bit more tomato. I had clone. It's kind of scraggly, but whatever. There's another romaine. No, this is butter crunch. This is butter crunch. I think this is another butter crunch that I had chopped earlier. So that's starting to come back. And this is another butter crunch that I chopped earlier that's coming back. This is another bit more tomato clone that I took out after DWC. Put it in here, so she's starting to grow some new vines, whatnot. The stem turned kind of purple color. You can tell. So let her sit on this UV and let her do her thing. And I got my habanero. She done filled in. Remember, I cut all down here, but she started trying to grow some peppers. I ain't want her to pepper yet. She was still too small, so I had cut her down right in there. And look, all this new growth in here. So now she, filling in from the bottom. Got a little bit bigger doing her thing. Oh man, I just noticed that she already starting to put on some daggone fruit at the top. Look at that. Them the little fruit buds. Already. I tell you, the thing with these peppers, if you want to grow peppers, they fruit when they get ready. They ain't waiting on you to dim the lights to 12/12 or give them bloom nutrients and none of that stuff. They fruit and veg. They're fruit. They're fruit and veg. You don't even need to feed them bloom really until they really start growing buds, but they fruit and veg. So I'm still on the veg. I got my lights on about 16, 8 or 16.9. I think it's something like that. I think it might be 16.8. So I had 15.9 before. I think I had 16.8. And I only got it 16.8 because around 9 o'clock I want my lights to come on. If not, lights be running till daggone midnight. So I ain't want to run my lights all. Same down here. Cut it down there, and she all growing back new growth down there in between. So she doing her thing in there. Still running the same nutrients. I don't know if she putting on now. The other one starting the fruit again. I had to cut off her fruit because I want her to grow some more foliage. Yeah. Nah, she good. She cool. I think I just topped her because she was growing buds too. And this one already got buds still kind of come up a little bit. On one side, I might get rid of that. I ain't ready for her to do a thing. I want her to come up some more. When she get a little bit bigger, then I get a lot more fruit and heavier fruits. Same with her. She started as small as this thing was. This Carolina Reaper. right here, I had topped her again up there because she started putting on fruit too. I like that girl. She's too small to be putting on fruit right now. So I had to top her again. Look, she already started growing new shoots out the side. So she'll start to fill in like the rest of these. That's what I want. Like this one. You know. Same thing, Carolina Reaper. And she filling in too. Yeah, she got all kind of tops. 1, 2, 3 main shoots. And all this in between growth, side growth. Coming in. Another shoot down there. So that's what I want. I wanted more shoots, more growth before they gonna start flowering. Before I allow them to start putting on buds, I want me a lot of peppers. I don't want just a handful, 2 or 3 of them. I need a whole lot of them. Yeah. Same with this one here. So I had to top her too. Same thing. She started wanting to try to produce fruit too. So all this new growth coming back. All this new growth. These peppers. You know what I'm saying? So she a little short, stout little thing. She coming up. A whole nother shoot there. Top there, another top there. Top there. Right there. She should have about 4 tops with them. I'm just trying to keep them in veg a little bit longer. Then I'm gonna let them go ahead and fly. I guess by the time this one get up, then I'll let it fly. Then I'll be having me a big old bush of peppers instead of a little small little thing. So that's what I got going on. See, it just helps with the maintenance because I'm coming through here with a rag, get this calcium off of there, and just keep it a whole lot cleaner. And the rag, get all that excess salts and all that stuff that go to the bottom after I be flushing and stuff like that. And chill out. So the reservoir I had to fill up to about 18 gallons, 19 gallons to get it to the 3-inch mark. You know what I'm saying? So yes, we got tomato plant still kicking up in here. We got 2 more tomato plants in here. So, the other tomato plant, she in here kicking, she done rooted. She's just coming up under this LED, chilling. Shooting the roots out. I ain't even changed this DWC water. The water's still good. Still at a 6.0 pH. I think it's about 300 and something ppms. Same with, and she started rooting. Yeah, started rooting at the bottom. So, probably change this out next week. And, see where it's at right now. They still kind of small, so let them chill out. There's one plant I had problem with this whole time, the daggone habanero plant. She been giving me trouble the whole time, wilting and dying and come back to life and all that. So I just sat her in this DWC and maybe she'd do her some justice because she wasn't acting right on that table. Same with this one, this Jay's Peach. I need to plant me some more, a couple more seeds, pop me a couple, 2 or 3 more seeds of this. So I set her under this. Before she was even smaller than that. Set her under there in this DWC. Yeah, I already got roots coming out the bottom. Oh, here we go. Alright, so she's starting to come back. There we go. So all that white growth right there, and the white roots, the fresh roots coming down, and she coming up, you know, starting to grow a whole lot better. I put in this DWC, she's growing a whole lot faster, so, you know, can't wait till I get some pods off of her, some fresh seeds. And then here I just got some more cuttings I took from the habanero, just sat them in there for right now. Still ain't had nothing with that lettuce yet, so I just put them in the little rapid rooter cube. Rapid rooter plug. Sat them in there, but they ain't really did nothing yet. So it is what it is. Might do another method, might do the paper towel method with them. I think it'll go a lot faster that way. You know. So, other than that, that's what's going on. And that's the update pretty much. Outside ain't much going on out there. It's fall, so whatever leaves is up there that's old is falling off. And the new leaves they got up there are coming on, so we're gonna be doing that all winter long, pretty much. Which we don't really get much winter down here. It still be 78 degrees where I be at in the middle of winter. It don't get cold till about January for about a couple weeks, and after that it'll be right back to hot, you know. Down here in old Florida, so. But with that, family, I say shalom, and you know, figure out a way that you want to grow. You know, do a double cup like these, and some old styrofoam cups. Grow you some, you know, some vegetables and whatnot in there. Crack it by itself, or you can spend a couple $100 and get you a flood and drain table. Well, the flood and drain table at the hydroponics store cost me about $40. So that ain't really nothing. The most expensive part is the daggum light. So I had 2 lights up here. The T5, I was using it for side growth. I just took off for right now. And then this big old 4-foot. And then I put the UV light in there too. So I'm seeing a lot of big growth from that. So a whole lot faster growth anyway. So, or you can do LED. Do LED, get your little tent, do LED to get you a bucket and some air stones and do DWC. You know, with a little timer or a pump timer. And you do it like that. Make sure you have exhaust. You know, blow that hot air out of there. That's how I just got mine. And I use the same air to blow across the rest of these daggone leaves. So to these plants, they think they outside and good 70, 80 degree weather, pretty much. It's all that hot air coming from the daggone tent gets blown out of there through the tube, and all that air just flow right on across here. Just give them some air on here. And that's it, along with this fan. So on this flood table, it's about thermometer, about 79 degrees underneath this light, 49% humidity. So it's a nice warm day outside today, right here in this house. You know. In the wintertime, I don't need to cut on the heat, but hey, you know, this little setup alone keeps it nice and warm in here. I don't think I ever cut on my heat too much. It got to drop below 30 degrees before I cut the heat on.